Hello. Right, I'm going to try and keep this as brief and as succinct as I can, but there is a lot to it, so please bear with me. In a nutshell, first of all, what I will say, astral projection is 100% possible. Believe it. It's possible. I know it because I've done it, and I know it to be astral projection because I've had drug-induced projections before, and they were similar but not at all like this, it, but you know what I mean. It's unmistakable. Well, this has been my first definite experience though that I'm talking about. So what I'll do is I'm going to tell you first of all what it was like, and then how I got there. This morning I reached a state where I woke up. I was woken up at, must have been 5 in the morning, something like that. I was so tired that I started falling back to sleep, and because of the work that I've been doing recently with the state just before I'm asleep, but where I'm no longer awake, just in that moment between waking and sleeping, that's when it happened. And what happened, what I felt was, I was trying to imagine myself, or I was imagining myself lifting up, leaning forwards out of my body, and as I felt that, I could feel myself coming forward out of my body, even though I wasn't moving, and all of a sudden there was like this whoosh noise, like going through a wind tunnel. It was like a whoosh, and I just went forward, and then I was in space. Like, I was out in the belly of the universe, looking around me, the inky blackness of space, hundreds, thousands of stars and planets, like reds, whites, blues, small ones, bigger ones, and it was all slowly spiraling round, and I was also kind of going towards it and spiraling myself as well. Really serene, really wonderfully peaceful and open and calm, and I heard this like a typewriter constantly going on, like like that, but clicky, like a typewriter, like an old typewriter sort of sound. And because it was my first time, I guess I did panic, but I remembered looking at some other stuff online that it said there's nothing to fear. We are eternally grounded to our bodies, so there's no danger. So and I remembered to tell myself to relax, and my vision started to waver a little bit in that moments of panic. This was about 5 seconds in, and then when I told myself subconsciously to relax, I relaxed, and my vision cleared again, and I was floating again, and I lasted maybe another 5 seconds, something like that. So I think 10 seconds in all, and then I think I panicked again or something. I couldn't keep my heart rate down, something like that, because when I came to again, my heart was just going bum 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 bum, and it was like whoa. And then I was so like overexcited, I couldn't go back to sleep. I couldn't, even though I was really tired, and I lay there and I thought, oh, I want to experience this again. I want to go deeper. I want to maybe do something, go to a place that I know, and verify it. I want to go into the room next door and sort of look at something that when I wake up I can go there. However, I was too overexcited by that point, so I couldn't fall asleep again, and obviously I couldn't therefore ask to project again. I wanted to do this video because I thought, shit, I need to tell people this. I need to give people assistance in astral projecting, because I know we can do it now. I know it's possible. yeah, so that was my experience. So yeah, I would like to help. I'm just gonna put this here a bit. It's falling down. Anyway, I would like to help you to get to astral project as well. And before I go, so again, I'm going to make this as brief as I can. I don't want to go on for ages, but before I do, there's no fear, can't have any fear. So one of my fears that I'm aware of with it is, okay, if I go online and say to people, yeah, we can astral project, then what if people that maybe don't want, forces or people that don't want us to astral project and have this, might home in on this video and be like, oh, okay, well, there's someone we need to stop astral projecting or whatever. And then I thought, well, I can't, that's a fear, and I can't allow that to influence what I do. So here's this video, and it doesn't matter, I'm not going to live my life in fear. And it's important, I believe, also to not use negativity in things like this. So by saying I'm going to not live in fear, well, that's a negativity again. So fucking hell. Right. So rather than say I'm not going to live in fear, I say I'm living in serenity. I'm living in peace. I'm calm and centered. I believe, because I have to believe in it. Obviously, our beliefs limit us. Yeah. So there's that. Okay, so the path that's enabled me to do this has been, first of all, being open to it. And second of all, it's noticing that there was a state at which I felt it would be conducive to it. And as I mentioned earlier, that state is the moment between sleep and wake. So for the last quite a long time, I've had issues with my sleep. So I used to get sleep paralysis. I've had a lot of night terrors. I've been borderline insomnia. It often takes me a couple of hours to fall asleep. Things like that. But recently, what's been happening is I've had a lot of dreams within dreams. So I would wake up, kind of look around the room, and then something wouldn't be right. Like there would be maybe something, a presence, a figure in that room with me would often happen. And then I'd get absolutely terrified because I'd realise that I was still in the dream, and I'd be like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, and I'd end up like forcing myself into waking, into consciousness, and I'd often come to like going, kind of like trying to make a sound, trying to scream, but all that would be coming out would be, you know what I mean? And when I started actually, accepting that and kind of looking at it and being like, what is actually happening? Well, then I realised that, that I was on the line of consciousness and unconsciousness. And I wrote a piece recently about the feeling of falling asleep, because as I say, I've been waking up a lot. It tends to be in the morning, and I'd still be massively overtired because I've been going to bed quite late as well. Like between 12 and 2, and usually I go to bed at like 10 and get up at 6. So I've been going to bed 12, 1, 2, and getting up 9 o'clock. Sometimes sleeping into 12 because I wake up at 9, I'm still knackered, so I sleep in. But I'm in London at the moment, so there's the train right there that starts at like 5. There's kids above me that wake up at like 7 and play loads of music. So I've been getting woken up before I'm ready to finish my sleep. But it's funny enough, it's that is conducive to at the moment to my astral projection. So what I noticed was that when I woke up and I was overtired, I'd then lay down and start falling back to sleep, and it would feel like I was being kind of like grabbed slowly, but grabbed and then dragged again, slowly dragged under, like underwater, you know, and like and I'd feel that consciousness dim, and then I'd be in the dream state. So yeah, this first video is my first experience, and I'm going to make another video now on what practices helped me to do that. So good luck.